We're a collection of athletes that love to play and to be our best in the mountains.
I ski because it gives you sort of a freedom that you don't get anywhere else. The ability just to get on these two boards and do something that you couldn't do without skis. I went blind when I was 9. That's when I started skiing, really. When I started racing, as soon as I started losing my sight.
Skiing, it took me a few years to get back into it. I didn't start right away. The Vancouver Games were on, so I was watching all the skiing events, and it just got to the point where I was like, okay, I can't handle this anymore. I have to get back out and start skiing again somehow.
Being a full-time athlete is really challenging, but it's also probably the best thing I've ever done with my life.
Speed is definitely one of the factors.
When you're motivated, it's not a hard work. It's when you do what you love, it never really feels like a work.
We get to race for a living, which is pretty great.
It's just that feeling of speed and of being in control, but on the line of being out of control.
For the one-leggers, our most favorite event is slalom. We can usually weave the quickest through the course and make our way down the fastest.
I ski faster than most people drive to work, and they won't give me a license.
Downhill in a nutshell is get to the bottom as fast as you can, take as many risks as possible, just don't kill yourself.
My driving force is definitely the motivation that Matt gives me. Every minute of the day I'm racing for him, and it's all for him. I want to make his dreams come true, and making his dreams come true will make my dreams come true.
It's been a grind at times, and there's a lot of failure and a lot of just tough things, lessons along the way that you have to learn the hard way, and I've learned a lot of them the hard way.
The Canadian Para-Alpine Ski Team, to me, is inspirational.
Crazy. That's a word I used when I was younger, but I still think they're crazy.
CPAST is my other family.
I love it. I love that my brother races with me. It's a big experience for both of us.
CPAST is about, performing at the highest level of our sport as athletes and not letting any sort of disability hold us back or stop us from reaching our goals.
I show up and it's my on-road family. It's everything that I could dream of. When I come here, I feel at home.
To have fun in this business, you cannot have fun if you don't win or if you're not fast when it counts. That's who is CPAST.
I've been thinking about the Paralympics since I started skiing when I was 9, and I wanted to get to one no matter how hard I had to work or what I had to do.
The first time I put on a Canadian uniform, I guess I was pretty proud. It was always my goal to make the national team as soon as I had injured myself.
After watching people compete in Vancouver at the 2010 Games, I just was ready to go right then to Sochi.
I remember my first jacket. I still have my first jacket. It was this big, huge red suit, full suit, and it wasn't particularly maybe attractive, but I remember really wanting that, and it said Canada on the back. It was a pretty amazing feeling the first time I got it.
When we first got our jackets from the Canadian Paralympic Committee, that's what really started the spark, Cameras there, people there, clapping for us.
I race for the fun, I race for the pleasure, and when I'm there in Sochi racing for Canada, I want to do my best for my country and for everybody that's behind me and supporting me.
This will be my first games, which makes me a little nervous. Actually, a lot nervous.
Our athletes know that they need to go pedal to the car a bit.
What's going on in my head while I'm in that gate in the Paralympics is to go for it, and it's not going to be go at 100% for it, it's going to be go like 200% for it.
What's going to go through my mind is, let's do this. Let's go. It's time to do it. It's time to shine.
At that point, preparation is done. There's nothing more that you can do at that point besides put your skis down the hill and trust that you've trained and you've done everything that it takes to get to the bottom as fast as possible.
It came in a speech that was maybe heavily French-Canadian, and our coach looks at us and he says, hey, you know what, we've been practicing very hard and now it's time that we We take what we've learned and we perform well, and it's time to go, you know, it's time to pedal to the carpet.
If you think you're disabled, then you are. If you don't, you're not.